Hey, hello everybody. Wednesday, September 18, and we got a pretty nice day. We have had a little bit of rain, but not much. Another day with a decent breeze. Let's take a look. Not too bad. Looks like it rained last night. Everything's wet, or early this morning. But just a few sprinkles today, nothing major. Definitely no typhoon, no tropical storm. You never know though, you never know. Anyway, I'm done talking about that. Going to Kubo here. Hang on. There I am. I'm all settled now in my hammock. They call it a duyan. I've had a headache a lot. Had it before I went to bed last night. Woke up with one. Took a Tylenol. Felt better. It's starting to come back. So, I don't know. I don't know what it is, why I have a headache. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something that I talked about a long time ago. So I have a lot of viewers, a lot of new subscribers that maybe didn't watch that. It's about pets. Cruelty to animals here in the Philippines. Here in the Philippines, they don't treat animals like they do in some other countries. I know the U.S. I don't know about other countries that I've never been to. But there's no such thing as really cruelty to animals here. They don't have any kind of laws. As far as I know, there's no like SPCA or any place where they keep animals and you can adopt them. Just a whole different view on animals here, especially dogs. You know, if you're a dog lover, this isn't really a good place to be because you just get upset how they treat some of these animals. People treat dogs here like burglar alarms, like doorbells. They just keep them tied up or in cages for the most part, unless they're a purebred dog and they bought them from a breeder, which is a whole nother subject. I'll touch on it a little bit. But, you know, when I was in Batangas, we had a guy, had a dog, fairly big dog in a cage, its whole entire life. I never saw the dog out of the cage except for one time, and it escaped. And most of the time there was no food, no water there. He could barely turn around. He could barely lay down. He was just in the cage constantly. Every day. And the only thing he did is bark at people coming up the driveway. We had a shared driveway. Really a shame. This was years and years. This dog was in this cage. And the guy was actually a military man. He was very intelligent, was in the military, was an officer. But that's what they do. That's how they treated their dog. Just nasty. They just come out and hose it out once in a while, hose it off, hose off the poop. Just stinking. You could walk by and just stink. Once in a while we would see one of the neighbors come over, give it some scraps, some food. Really bad situation, people, but not of the norm. It is of the norm, really. A lot of times I ride the bus, as I've told you people, and I look out the window. So many places, so many homes have their dogs tied up. Real short leashes, too. Sometimes the dogs can't even lay down. The leash is so short. They can't even lay down. They're just tied to a tree, tied to a post. All day, all night. Why do you have a dog? Why do you want one? They have no water, no water dish. They're just suffering, panting. They're just there to bark. Some dogs are constantly barking. At least the ones around here, the people just let them go. They're just like strays, even though they are owned by somebody, most of them. But they let them go so they can shit everywhere. They can do their business anywhere they want, on the beach here, on the streets. Nobody picks up any crap, poop. Nobody. Nobody. I've never seen one person pick up dog crap. We do. It's on our own property, we do. Or they'll cover it with dirt, sand. But they don't care about their neighbors. Go let our dog poop on the neighbor's yard or in the middle of the street. So many times you're walking the streets. These kids, they walk to school and they got to step over dog poop every day. Every day. There's dogs on the street here, right here. Even in Cabanatuan, there's dogs that poop right in front of our front gate. They don't care. They don't pick it up. Let somebody else do it. Let somebody step in it, which is usually what happens. It's nasty, people. It's nasty. It's a nasty way of life. Yeah, I forgot that on my negatives. My negative video. But this is a whole subject for a full video. Just terrible. Terrible. And then these people pay money. You know, they can get free dogs anywhere. You can get a free dog. If you want a dog, you just wait till somebody's dog has puppies. Or you see one running around and almost gets hit by a car. And you pick it up and you take it home. Nobody cares. You can have it. Or if you know a neighbor, their dog's having a puppy, sometimes they'll let you know, hey, you want a puppy? My dog just had a whole batch. Come over and get one. Or, you know, you just pick up a stray. So many strays, though, have fleas, ticks, especially if they run loose. Mange. You see these mangy dogs. They practically have no hair at all. Their skin is just all red. You know, you just want to put it out of its misery. It should just be killed because it's just suffering with mange and fleas and ticks. It's just walking around, just searching for something to eat. People don't even give it a look. It's like normal. They don't even look at it. Nobody cares. There's no barangays to take stray dogs. There's dogs like that. It should be put out of its misery. It's not living. Just skin and bones. You'll see them just walking skin and bones. It's mostly all dogs, because cats, you know, they're pretty independent. They can pretty much take care of themselves. They're a little different. But the dogs suffer. They really do. It's very sad. And there's nothing you can do about it, because you can't save all these dogs. You can't tell people. If you try to, they'll say, hey, that's my dog. Then why don't you help it out? Why don't you give it a bowl of water? They're drinking water out of the street, a dirty, filthy puddle. Or whatever they can find. Whatever they can find, nobody has a bowl of water next to their dog that's tied up to a tree or a post. No, nothing. They're just feeding it scraps. That's it. They have dog food here. They have cat food. I don't see many people buying it. They sell it at the same place they sell the rice. Sure, they'll buy the rice, but I don't know who buys the dog food and cat food. Maybe the people that have purebreds. There are people that have purebreds that love their little dog. They carry it around with them, and they bring it around with them, and they love their dog. And they keep it in the house. They sleep with it. It's okay, because they paid a lot of money for it. But I've never been to one of these breeders. Never been, so I don't know what the place looks like, how many cages they have, how many breeds they have for one mother dog, one mother, how many they get out of one mother dog. It's probably totally overbred, like most breeders do. I would never Never, never buy a dog off of any breeder. And then you see some breeding huskies, stuff like Alaskan huskies. What are you breeding those for? This is the Philippines. They live in cold climates, people. Alaska. It's snow and ice. What are they doing in the Philippines? I've seen people that have them. Our neighbor across the street in Batangas had them. Alaskan huskies. Why do you have that dog here? You see how much hair is on there? And it was in a cage. Yeah. They're suffering. They have so much hair. It's hot as hell here. And you got an Alaskan husky in a cage. Just ridiculous. No common sense. Why do you do that? Why do you even want a dog? Just so you can have an alarm system. Somebody comes on your property, the dog barks. That's it. That's all they have it for. They don't love that animal. You can tell. If you love it, it's not mistreated. It's nice and clean. It's well fed, well taken care of. We know people that have dogs like that are really loved. They love it. They love the dog. It's in the house. It's with them all the time. That's one lucky dog, yeah. But most of the dogs here are not lucky. They're not. They just fend for themselves. Or they're used as an alarm. They live in a cage their whole life. Like that one I just mentioned in Batangas. Really a shame. There's no control here. There's no, there's nobody that takes stray dogs and has a place for them. Nobody that I know of that has that kind of thing. Like they do in the U.S. and maybe some other countries. It's just a whole different situation here. It's a whole different mindset, you know. They just don't. We tried it. There's no programs either. There's no programs for spade and neutering. In the U.S., you can pay like a small fee, especially if you adopt a dog, and have it spayed or neutered, so it won't have any puppies, or won't give any puppies to a female. You know, it's a very good program, and a lot of people do it, especially when they go adopt a dog. But here, no. Maybe in a big city they might have some kind of program like that, but I've never seen it. Never seen it. And the vets here, like I said, with our dog, she totally botched the neutering, or no, the spading. She totally botched the operation, caused my dog to have an infection and die. She didn't even know what she was doing. Ridiculous, people. The only vet in this area, she kills my dog. And we loved that dog. I still miss that dog. Anyway, we just got the cat now. The cat's still pregnant. We did put a little box with a rug in it, but she never goes in it. She never goes in it. So probably when she's ready to have the kittens, who knows where she's going to have them. We made a little space, but she don't pay any attention to that space. She just goes where she wants to go. She's a really good cat. Sometimes I let her in my room when I'm watching TV. She'll crawl right on my lap and lay on my lap. How many cats do that? I've never seen a cat do that. I've never had a cat, so I don't know. But a cat that just sits in your lap like a dog? I don't know. She's a good cat. She's a good cat. And she's lucky that we took her in. She gets fed good. And we'll see. We'll see when she pops out her kittens and where she has them. Shouldn't be long now. But yeah, I hate seeing cruelty, especially to dogs. I've seen so many dogs in such bad conditioning. They should just be taken off the streets and humanely put away. There is no humanely anything here. Nothing's humanely done. when it comes to animals. Very sad, people. If you guys experience something like this or see it and you think the same way, go ahead and leave me a comment. My wife's trying to message me now. I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, there, I vented. I vented on my animals situation. I can't think of anything else that I missed. But if you think of something, you know, leave me a comment. As I've said before, I read all the comments. I reply to all the comments, good or bad. But just one more thing. That's a terrible situation here in the Philippines. I'm sure there's other countries that have the same situation with animals. They don't treat them as good as, you know, some countries. Alright, so thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe is free if you haven't already done so. God bless everyone. Santa Claus. Over and out.